Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Sarah here with Furniture Flip by Sarah, and in today's video I am going to be working on a pair of nightstands. I really want to try to complete this flip within 24 hours. One, I need some new inventory. I need items for sale. I recently sold quite a few items over the Christmas break, so I need to restock my inventory, and I really just want to get a flip completely done. So I'm going to try to do this in 24 hours. I will need to go out to get some supplies, so I'm either going to do that tonight or tomorrow morning. It's about 3:30, I believe, right now, so let's see if we can complete this makeover in 24 hours. So here is the before of the nightstands. I actually got these from my dad, who found them at the dump. Our local dump has a little store where you can leave items that are still good or could be reused. So I believe this drawer needs a new track. One of these do. Maybe it's, yeah, this one here. The track is completely gone, so I'm gonna have to redo that. I do want to switch out the hardware and whatnot, and maybe even remove this base. So I'm gonna go ahead and set these down and see if I can reconfigure this bottom piece here. Okay, so it's absolutely freezing out in the garage right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can quickly remove these and see what I'm working with. This is really coming right off. I didn't even need to use the hammer for that one. Making sure nothing is sticking out. Perfect. So now I am left with two basic nightstands. I'm going to be adding legs to these pieces. I'm actually going to be adding the legs that we had made for us from a local female welder. She does some amazing work, and I'm going to be adding those to these. I will share those with you guys later on in the video. For now, I am going to remove the hardware and start sanding. Okay, so before I go ahead and sand this piece down, I brought these drawers inside because I just wanted to figure out what hardware combo I was going to do. And I think I like this style. I don't know why, but when there's a handle right in the middle here, I feel like it kind of just looks like a smiley face and it just throws it all off for me. So I'm thinking I want to do something a little bit more symmetrical, like this design here. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of tape out a grid to figure out where to drill my new holes, and then I'll go ahead and fill these. Gonna go ahead and drill my holes now that I've figured out where I want to place them. And wood fill these old holes here. To do that, I'm going to be using this Pro Bond Max wood filler, and then if there's any other areas that I can see that are really scuffed or marked, I'm going to go ahead and add some of this there as well. Tip for filling drawer holes: go ahead and add a little bit of tape underneath so that your wood fill doesn't go right through. Sometimes if you're putting your wood fill in, it'll just keep coming out through the bottom and you're feeling like, why isn't this working? It's probably because it's dripping through. And I'm just putting this on with a little scraper knife. I believe I got these in a pack of 6 or 7 at Home Hardware. So to sand down these nightstands and the drawers, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Surf Prep sander. I just have a 220 grit sandpaper, and I'm just gonna make sure that everything is super smooth and ready for primer. So I brought the nightstands inside to warm up, and now I'm just going to go ahead and use some diluted TSP in my little spray bottle here and a microfiber cloth to clean these up so I can start priming. And use my favorite shellac-based primer. This is by Zinsser. And then I have a microfiber roller and just a little dollar store brush for the areas where the roller can't get. And this is going to block any stains or anything that might come through in the wood and give me a really good base coat for my paint. So I was able to get 2 coats of primer on everything last night, so now I'm just going to go ahead and use a little sand sponge here from Surf Prep. This goes on to the detailed sander, but I like using these to just give a little sand before I paint. That way if there's any little bumps or anything, they'll be smoothened out and I'm working with a nice smooth surface where my paint goes on. So I'm just going to do this, and then I'm going to clean it with some water and start painting. Before I go ahead and start painting these, I want to just fill these little cracks right in here where the wood meets. I'm just going to go ahead and use some paintable silicone to fill those areas, and then that way it just looks a little bit more cleaner and professional. To wipe it off, I'm just going to use a blue shop cloth that's damp and just kind of make sure everything gets filled, wipe off the excess. So now that the pieces are ready, I'm going to go ahead and start painting. I have my microfiber roller. I will link these down below. They are by far my favorite. And then I have a pretty brush here. These brushes are really good, as well as zipper brushes. So I'll link both of those down below if you're looking to purchase some new paint supplies. So I'm going to be using the color Chantilly Lace. And this is in the Benjamin Moore Advanced line in their semi-gloss finish. So while the first coat of paint is drying, I'm gonna go ahead and spray the knobs and the legs for this piece. So a bit of a fail for this challenge. I thought I had 2 sets of these small legs that we sell. We actually got them custom welded for us. I thought I had 2 sets here, but the other set is in storage, so I'm gonna have to go get that tomorrow and then finish this. So my goal is to at least finish everything else that I can within the 24 hours so I can get pretty close to my goal. Again, I didn't really plan this challenge out too well. I just kind of thought about it yesterday, so if I had known, I would have made sure I had everything I needed. I'm just gonna space these out. Right now I'm just doing the back side. And to ensure I get a really good finish with these, I'm gonna go ahead and start by using this Bullseye shellac-based primer here. I'm just gonna spray 1 coat of this on, and then once that dries, I can go in with my gold lacquer spray paint. So now that my hardware has dried, I'm just gonna go ahead and put these on. These screws are a little bit long for these drawers, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some washers to these before screwing them back together. So in order to install these legs, I needed to add some supports onto here, that way the legs can sit. So I just went ahead and cut some 2x4 white pine, and I created 2 little pocket holes, and I'm just going to screw these ones in and then install the legs. Screws. Now that I got these supports done on the base, I'm going to go ahead and screw in my legs. So I ended up picking up this like kind of a sticky wallpaper, just a drawer liner. This was about $8 at Home Hardware, and I'm just going to use this to cover up the old drawer liner in here. That way it's nice and fresh for whoever purchases it. And a trick for installing this, flip your piece over, and your inside here is what you need to cover. So I'm going to see. And I'm just going to cut it out on the back. I'm just going to rip about half of this plastic piece back and work with this half, and then once I have this in place, I'll peel off the rest. Before I go ahead and close out today's video and share the full reveal with you guys, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Even though I didn't reach my goal of completing this flip in 24 hours, I did complete it in 48, so I'm pretty happy with that. And I really love how they turned out. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that before you leave and hit the like button. I'll see you guys next week with another furniture flipping video. So I ended up picking up this, what is this?